everyone, welcome to a bit of a weird mixed up Film It Friday / Crochet a Rainbow. See what I've been up to, keep on watching. Hi everybody, I just thought I'd make this video because I know a lot of people are like struggling right now. It's really horrible time for a lot of people, so I just thought I'd do a quick catch up, and then I'm gonna pop a crochet rainbow tutorial on the end. It was actually Kay on Crochet Beginners Group, and my lovely friend Kay, that reminded me a couple of years ago I crocheted like a little rainbow, and she tagged me in it yesterday, and I thought, oh, I'll do a quick video for that. So currently I don't care that I look like death. I'm tired, so people might not know, they might know. So I'm training to be a mental health nurse. I'm literally just about to qualify, but I also work shifts at a secure mental health hospital where I live. So it's all a bit crazy at the moment, and I'm currently on placement, and it's just been a bit mad all week, so I'm exhausted, and I know I look terrible and I didn't care. Past caring. But today I'm kind of working from home. They've let me work from home. So in between speaking to service users on the phone, which is really horrible. I don't like it. I'm used to face to face, and it's just really difficult. I don't feel that I'm being a proper nurse doing stuff over the phone. It just, yeah, it makes me feel like a bit of a failure really, but it is what it is. I'm going to be filming, so in between I'm going to be filming how to crochet a rainbow video. I do apologise for my yarn, because obviously I just had to use what I had. So it's a bit of a mishmash of dodgy colours. I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking, that's a bit of a dodgy rainbow. But what will be, will be. So you just need to grab some scraps of yarn, your corresponding hook, and let's get started. So here is my amazing mishmash of yarn. So obviously grab your rainbow colours, your hook, got some scissors, and let's get making. I promise you this is really simple. So obviously I'm just starting with this red that's not red, it's really pink, but we'll pretend it's red. You could do this with a magic circle, but we're not going to go the magic circle, we're going to go the cheat route. So just do your slip knot, and then let me get this out of the way. Sorry, my hands are really bad as well because I'm constantly washing them, so that please just ignore the state of them. We're going to crochet 4, 2, 3, 4, and then to this 4th chain we're going to do, sorry, the very first chain, not the 4th chain, we're just going to do a treble crochet. That's a double if you're in the US. So that chain we did there, that counts as our first stitch. So we're going to do 6, 2. This is going to be number 3. 4, 5, 6. So it's 5 trebles or 5 doubles, but because you have that starting chain there, here, that counts as a stitch. So that's the very start of our rainbow. So then we're just going to chain 1, and we're going to turn, and then we're going to do 2 trebles or 2 doubles in each stitch, if I can do it. 1, 2, and then 2 in the next one, so we're just going into the top of that treble. 1, oh, 2, and then 2 in the next one. I'm sorry if it's a bit noisy. Obviously everyone's home. What have I done? Let's start again. One, 2, and then 2 in the next one. 1. Let me move my yarn. I always do this and it ends up like... That's number 2. Then we're going to do 2 in this one. If I can find the top. 1, 2, and then you want to find your 3rd chain. So we're just going to do 2 in the top of this one. 1, 2. So in this round you should have 12 trebles or doubles if you're in the US. So just make sure that you count them, and when you know you've got 12, we're just gonna do 1 stitch and then we're gonna snip, pull it through, and that's your first 2 rounds done already. So we're just going to get our next colour. So obviously we finished there, we're just going to turn our work over and we're just going to attach our yarn into the top of that first treble. What I do is I tend to crochet over the end, so it saves you sewing it in, and I do not mind. So if you pop it like that, you can crochet over it. So insert your hook, we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to do 1 treble in here and then 2 trebles in the next stitch. So it's like, obviously it's like working a circle. We're just going to increase it every other stitch. So 1, and then in the next stitch in here, we're going to do 2 trebles, or doubles if you're in the US. One, 2, and then the next stitch, we're going to do 1, and then we're going to increase in the next stitch, we're going to do 2. And then we're going to do 1, and then 2 in the next stitch, all the way until we get to the end. So pause the video and I shall meet you when we get to the end. So I'm just coming to my very last stitch. There is one here, So you want to end with 2 trebles. That is what you should have. So now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. And this time we're going to do 1 treble in 1 stitch, 1 treble in the next stitch, and then 2 trebles in the 3rd stitch. So 1 treble, 1 treble, 2 trebles. One treble, 1 treble, and then 2 in the next stitch. One, 1, and 2. One treble. This looks so mustardy, this yellow. 1 treble and 2 trebles. So keep doing that all the way until you reach the end. When you get to the end of this one here, we're going to end on the double. 1, 2. Then we're going to chain 1. We're going to cut our yarn, pull through. Ta-da! Now we're going with the green. So we finished there. We want to turn our work and attach our green. Honestly, these colours are so dubious. I'm really sorry. Then we're going to attach our yarn in that stitch there. God, I think every man and his bike's out today. It's because it's sunny. Then this time, you can see where this is going. So once you've attached your yarn, you just want to chain 1. So this time we're going to do a treble in each of the next 3 stitches, and then the 4th stitch we're going to be doing our 2 trebles. So 1, 2, we'll get in 3, and then 2 trebles in the next stitch. And then 1 treble in each of the next 3 stitches. and 2 trebles into the next. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 trebles. So if you want to pause the video and keep that going, and I shall meet you when we get back to the end. So I'm just coming to the end, so I've got 1 more treble, and then my final one is my 2 trebles. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then I've lost my mind. What am I doing? 2, 1, 2, 3. So this time we're going to do 4. So a treble crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 trebles in the 5th stitch. So 1 treble, 2 trebles, 3 trebles, 4 trebles, and then 2 in the 5th. So if you want to keep that sequence going, so treble, 1 stitch, treble in the next stitch, treble in the next stitch, treble in the next stitch, and then 2 trebles into the 5th stitch in that sequence. And I shall meet you when we get to the end. So I'm just at the end here. I've got 1 more stitch left, and again this is going to end on an increase. So 2 trebles into that one, then we're going to chain 1, cut our yarn, pull it through, and turn our work. So that's what our rainbow's looking like at the moment. Onto the blue, if I can find the end. Sorry, my phone rang. So we're going to do 5, and then I increase on the 6. So 5 trebles, so 5 into each, 1 treble into the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 trebles into the 6th stitch. 1 and 2. I always get yarn problems. So 1 treble into each of the next 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 trebles into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 into the next one. So pause the video and keep that sequence going. So I've just done my 5, and we're going to end on the 2 trebles into our last stitch, like so. Then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn, and this time we're going to do a treble crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. So we add 1 every time, basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 into the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 in the 7th. So you want to carry that on all the way until you get to the end. You will finish on 2 trebles in your last stitch and then fasten off. So this is what we are looking like so far, and we're now on to, well, my final colour, which is this beauty. So this time our increase is going to be in every 8th stitch. So we're going to do 8, and we're not going to do 8 crochets, we're going to do 1 treble in each of the next 7, and then on the 8th one we're going to do our increase. So let's attach our yarn. So I'm just going to chain 1. So I'm going to do 1 treble in each of the next 7. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, in each of the next 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then on our 8th we're going to do 2 trebles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then number 8 is our 2 trebles. So keep going all the way round until you get to the end. So I'm just coming to my last stitch on this round. So this one is the 2 trebles, like so, chain 1 and turn, and this time we're going to do our increase on the 9th stitch. So we're going to do 8 just single trebles in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then number 9 is our increase. So if you want to follow that all the way round until you get to the end. So here is my finished rainbow. Ta-da! They're really easy to make, and it's a good way to learn about increasing as well. So if you want to make it bigger, you could make it bigger. You could do each row, like each colour 3 times, and then you just increase by 1 every row. Hope you enjoyed that. Big love to everybody out there. Sorry this video is super rushed. And I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Happy crocheting.